Hey guys, as you can see behind me, it's a nice day outside today. I hope you all are outside enjoying this weather. I'd like to be, but for some reason, my daughter's teachers have assigned work too, so that's what we've been working on today. Hopefully she'll get most of it finished and we can have a good weekend without some homework, right? Now, I hope you all are checking your dojos, checking your live grades, and also checking our new Facebook page for the 4th grade BIS. There's going to be activities posted on there that you all can win prizes and that kind of thing. So if you haven't joined, be sure to join the BIS Facebook page. And there's already been one activity posted, and I know several more are coming up, so you don't want to miss out. Now, when we left off yesterday with our reading, Augie was being made fun of at school by people not wanting to touch him. They thought he had what he called the cheese touch from A Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now, if you haven't read that book, that might be something you want to do while you're off. Pick up a book, read it, make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day. But kids at school didn't want to touch him. They were afraid if they touched him, they would get whatever he's got. He doesn't have anything. There's nothing wrong with Augie other than his looks, but sometimes it's hard for people to get past what other people look like. Hopefully, that's not you all. I know that you guys see people for the inside, how they treat other people, and you all get to know people first, right? Now, the next chapter that we're going to read is called Costumes, and it starts on page 73. For me, Halloween is the best holiday in the world. The best holiday? What's your all's favorite holiday? Easter, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. Ooh, Thanksgiving, all that food. Oh my goodness. Back to the book. Now, what's your favorite? It even beats Christmas. I get to dress up in a costume. I get to wear a mask. I get to go around like every other kid with a mask, and nobody thinks I look weird. Nobody takes a second look. Nobody notices me. Nobody knows me. Now, I wish every day could be Halloween. We could all wear our masks all the time. Then we could walk around and get to know each other before we got to see what we look like under the masks. What people look like from the inside out, not just what they look like here and what kind of clothes they wear. When I was little, I used to wear an astronaut helmet everywhere I went. To the playground, to the supermarket, to pick Via up from school, even in the middle of summer, though it was so hot my face would sweat. I think I wore it for a couple of years, but I had to stop wearing it when I had my eye surgery. I was about 7, I think. And then we couldn't find the helmet after that. Mom looked everywhere for it. She figured that it had probably ended up in Gran's attic. Now, if your grandma's or anything like mine, she kept everything, hoarded it up, stored it. Oh my gosh, her house was like a junk pile sometimes. I thought, gosh, Granny, we need to clean out. And she kept meaning to look for it, but by the time I had gotten used to not wearing it. I have pictures of me in all my Halloween costumes. My first Halloween, I was a pumpkin. My second, I was Tigger. My third, I was Peter Pan, and my dad dressed up as Captain Hook. Now, my husband and daughter always have to dress up to match at Halloween. One year, he was the Marshmallow Man, and she was a Ghostbuster. Another year, she was Sally, and he was Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. This past year, they decided we were doing Toy Story, and she was Jessie. He was Woody. My son was Buzz. Now, who you think I got stuck being? I was Forky, the trash. Go figure. My fourth, I was Captain Hook, and my dad dressed up as Peter Pan. My fifth, I was an astronaut. My sixth, I was Obi-Wan Kenobi. My seventh, I was a clone trooper. My eighth, I was Darth Vader. And my ninth, I was the Bleeding Scream, the one that has the fake blood oozing all over the skull mask. This year, I'm going to be Boba Fett. Not Boba Fett the kid in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Oh no. I was going to be Boba Fett the man from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Mom searched everywhere for the costume but couldn't find one in my size, so she bought me Jango Fett. Jango was pretty cool since it was Boba's dad and they wore the same armor. And then Mom painted the armor green. She did some other cool stuff to make it look worn too. Anyway, it looks totally real because Mom's real good at making costumes. In homeroom, we all talked about what we were going to be for Halloween. Charlotte was going as Hermione from Harry Potter. Jack was going as a wolf man. I heard that Julian was going as Jango Fett, which was a weird coincidence. I don't think he liked hearing that I was going as Boba Fett. On the morning of Halloween, Via had this big crying meltdown about something. Now, Via's always been calm and cool, but this year she's had a couple of these kinds of fits. Dad was late for work and was like, "Via, let's go. Let's go." Now, I don't know about you all, but when I tell my kid, "Let's go," because I'm going to be late, she gets slower and slower, like a snail. And I'm like, "Brooklyn, it's time to go." And I'm yelling and I'm fussing. And she doesn't pay me no more mind. She just keeps right on going at her slow snail pace. Usually Dad is super patient about things, but not when it comes to his being late for work, and his yelling just stressed out Via even more. And she started crying even louder. So Mom told Dad to take me to school and that she would deal with Via. Then Mom kissed me goodbye quickly before I even put on my costume and disappeared into Via's room. "Augie, let's go now," said Dad. "I have a meeting and I can't be late for it." "I haven't even put my costume on yet." "So put it on already. 5 minutes and I'll meet you outside." I rushed to my room and I started to put on the Boba Fett costume. But all of a sudden, I didn't feel like wearing it. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it had all these belts that needed to be tightened and I needed someone's help to put it on. Or maybe it was because it still smelled a little like paint. All I knew was that it was a lot of work to put the costume on. And Dad was waiting and would get super impatient if I made him late. So at the last minute, I threw on the Bleeding Scream costume from last year. It was such an easy costume, just a long black robe and a big white mask. Now, I yelled goodbye from the door on my way out, but Mom didn't even hear me. "I thought you were going as Jango Fett," said Dad when I got outside. "Boba Fett." "Whatever," said Dad. "This is a better costume anyway." "Yeah, it's cool," I answered. Now, goodness gracious, his mom worked all that time. Why do you think he wanted to pick the other costume? Why do you think he didn't go as Boba Fett? Now, guys, remember that we're still doing our Zoom logins. We're still doing that on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock. We're posting to our Facebook page. We are doing all sorts of things that we're trying to keep connected with you all. But guys, if there's something that you need, if there's any help you need, guys, get in touch with us. We're always here. We're always willing to help. We love and miss you all so much, and we hope school starts back real soon. See you guys tomorrow.